16 to win off 13. Jones delivers, Cammy hits it up, Charlie Tier goes back and juggles and holds on. Somehow a kick of the ball afterwards and Cammy's odyssey is going to end. And it does go to Jones. There is always a twist and turn between these two sides. Scotland fight back, the debutant is 3. Are we going all the way again?
Oh, I can't take it, Lenny. He does get that extra bounce again and it draws the top edge. Well taken in the end after the initial juggle. Boy, oh boy, how fast is Charlie Tier's heart racing right now? Oh, Sompal coming, it's been a wonderful innings from him. Can't see at home. What have we got coming next? I can't tell you because my heart rate is racing like it's never raced before. 2 overs remaining. Oh boy.
The captain, 44, talking just
but
the
what
left.
an over for Mackenzie Jones, playing in his first international match for Scotland.
And look at the questions that are being asked and really particularly this 49th over. They're worried, aren't they, Mel, about that leg side. They're worried about how do they find a way to cope with that leg side and the breeze, because KC, he knows that Sandeep Lamachani can bat, there's no doubt about that, but he won't get much assistance from Lalit Rajbanshi. So I think he's going to maybe look for 1 if not 2 big hits in this penultimate over that will likely be bowled not by Charlie Castle but a change in bowling. Brandon McMullen. How is McMullen now the one who's chosen to bowl at the death? Another twist, another turn. Lamachani will be at the non-strikers end. It ends a career best innings from Sompal Cammy. What a knock it was. It's the highest aggregate match ever in the history of Scotland and Nepal ODIs. It's already within 2 runs of Nepal's highest ever total, but it won't matter for anything if they can't get these final 16 runs. 16 to win off the final 2 overs, and so much rests on the shoulders, as so often, of the broad-shouldered Karan KC.
Oh, Brandon McMullen, not a noted death bowler, but he's been forced into this role now in bowling the penultimate over. He's bowled well today.
Here we go, 2 overs left. Looks for the Yorker, digs it in, and KC loses his bat, so with it he'll lose any chance of getting a second. As McMullen looks to have done himself a nuisance as well in his follow through. Such drama yet again. McMullen looks in real trouble here.
Oh, he is barely able to hobble back. I hope he hasn't done anything serious. It was a terrific delivery.
Does bowl a good Yorker, Brandon McMullen. Doesn't use it too often because he's noted as a length bowler, but look at this, the perfect Yorker.
Oh.
KC, his follow through, lost his bat, he lost his footing, he ended up falling over. But it's all happening again. Will McMullen be able to complete this over? Or will they have to turn back to Charlie Castle? It looks certain that the 20-year-old on debut, it looks like he's going to bowl the 50th and final. If we get there, of course. 15 to win off 11. McMullen's just going to find a way to get through it.
Just gave the thumbs up to the umpire, but he's clearly not comfortable. You can see the grimace on his face. Just trying to work out what he's done.
Sandeep Lamachani to face his first delivery, gets enough to get at least a single. Will Karan KC want the second? He thinks against it, probably rightly so. Means he'll keep the strike. Surely the approach here with that wind blowing so heavily to the leg side, the shorter boundary, Mel, has to be for KC to get at least 1 boundary this over to that shorter side.
I'd say he'll be going for 6. He'll try and get it up into the wind. This is a brave effort from McMullen too. He's not comfortable, he keeps going.
14 to win off 10 again, it's into the block hole. Lamachani was a bit slow to get off the mark. The fumble won't allow the second. After so much brilliant running, that wasn't a particularly good piece of running. They could have got 2 there, and they didn't. Is the game swinging Scotland's way now? 13 to win off 9. Since Nepal need a boundary.
Well, they do need 1, and again, Berrington just taking his time here, calming things down. You can see that he knows that McMullen has just bowled those Yorkers really well. Now he's got Lamachani to bowl at. It's so tight, this game, Lenny. I can't pick it.
13 to win off 9. Don't rule out the super over. 12 off 9 would send us off to that in the gathering gloom. Doesn't deliver it. I think he's just lost his footing as opposed to anything else. And the Nepal fans and the Scottish fans, everyone on their feet. It's freezing cold still, isn't it? Bitterly cold. Who's it going to be, Mel?
No, I can't pick it. You don't put this on me. I cannot pick it, Lenny. It's just, God, just cardiac kids.
Mel's calling the super over. Full toss, smoke down towards long off. Who fields cleanly will be just the single. Ramachani gets KC on strike, maybe not the worst result. Surely KC is thinking a boundary, one of these two deliveries.
Has to be. Can he get it up into the wind? Do we find another Yorker out of Brandon McMullen? He knocked him off his feet before.
Hits it towards long on, hits it wide of long on, does get the boundary. And Karan KC is at it again. It's 8 to win, there's 7 balls to do it. Scotland, Nepal, there's something in the water between these two.
I went for the Yorker, maybe didn't get it quite as full this time, but it's played beautifully by that broad-shouldered Karan KC. Is he going to be the hero for the second time in a week for Nepal? Might have to share the honours with a few others.
8 to win off 7, KC on strike. Gets an inside edge. I think he'll just want the single. He wants the strike. He wants to do it his way. He wants to get them home again. He'd like to do it, not going to the final ball. Here's the shot down the ground. The long on fielder, Mel, was wide because of the wind. And that big pocket down there in the corner, it's almost impossible to defend. With just 6 deliveries left, it's 317 for 8. Nepal needs 7 to win. The most extraordinary comeback you'd maybe ever witness.
Aside from the one 6 days ago, Lenny. It really is something else. And what I love to see is this belief that the Nepal side has in their ability with the bat. We saw it 6 days ago on this very ground. Are we seeing it again? They don't feel like there's any limits on what they can do, what they can chase down.
It's a new belief, Mel, isn't it?
It is.
Instilled by Stuart Law, the calmness. Nepal bench, please, Nepal bench. You see Stuart Law? I'm not sure if Stuart Law is calm. It's not going to be the debutant to bowl the final over. Where is Stuart Law? Just to the left there. If we look to the left, Nick Pothis is on his feet. Welcome to cricket in Nepal. Dipendra Mala is there with him. And then Stuart Law's hiding in behind the Nepal flag, talking to the vice captain. Stuart Law's just saying to Nick Pothis, yeah, this is how it usually goes, mate, with the cardiac kids. It's going to be Safyaan Sharif. Who will it be? Sharif or KC? Chipped up in the air. Does it get over the head of Charlie Tier? It does. He's probably going to cut it off. I think they'll just run the 2. They're thinking of the 3rd. Lamachani wants it, but KC wants the strike. A 6 will do it. A 6 will win it for Nepal. There's a punch of the bat in frustration from KC. He thought that was going to be that.
Well, a shout out to Charlie Tier, because that was brilliant fielding. Wasn't going to get there. Look at the speed at which he chases it down, and the turn and quick release. Didn't get all the way in, but it was enough to stop them from taking an extra run.
Short ball. Is there glove on this? Massive appeal. No. KC did it, a little bit of a guilty look back. This will make for an interesting replay. Good short ball. Surprise delivery from Safyaan Sharif. Replay.
I'll just take another look. It was a good short ball.
Oh, now. Has that come off something? There was a guilty look, wasn't there, from Karan KC? Not much of an appeal from Matthew Cross, a big appeal from Sharif. We're going all the way again. It's 5 to win, 4 balls to do it. KC on strike. Goes miles up. Fine leg, nestles underneath it and holds on. Sharif roars. It's the debutant again. Jones takes the catch. And it's only Raj Banchi in the hutch. The tactic of going short. Brilliant from Sharif. Brave from him. What a catch. Not for the first time. The second time from the debutant. And if Nepal are going to do it, they're going to do it 9 down again.
Oh, Mackenzie Jones, what a day out he's having on debut. His 3rd catch of the match. He's taken a couple of wickets. Again, had so much time to think about it. Dropped in front of him. Remember, the wind is hurling around, but look at that. Yes!
Tough to say the least. 2 extraordinary catches under the maximum of pressure. And with Leonard Rajbanshi really not known for his batting, there's only going to be one way Nepal will win this now. Rajbanshi will have to get a single and leave it to Lamachani to have 1 or 2 balls to hit a boundary to win it. KC's gone for 17 off 10. He won't be the hero today. And Nepal are right on the brink. But are they going to be able to get over the line? 5 to win off 3. It's another all-time classic in Dundee. Whatever happens.
Can't take this. I can't take this.
Incredible scene. What a catch. 2 quite brilliant catches with the wind, with everything going about, all the fans in the background really cheering for it to be dropped. What incredible presence of mind from the young man. He almost doesn't know what to do. Such was his delight. And Safyaan Sharif roared too. A belter, maybe even better than 6 days ago, whatever the result. Can Rajbanshi get a single? Will Berrington be tempted to squeeze his fielders in? I think they'll know Rajbanshi well enough to know he's unlikely to hit a boundary. Surely he will look for one and look to hand it over to Lamachani to win it for Nepal.
And what an over this has been at the death from Sharif. Really smart. The experience and the calm, and the calmest man out there looks like Richie Berrington. I don't know how he does it.
Nobody's on the single really. Can Rajbanshi get one to give Lamachani the strike? Here we go. It's the Yorker. They're going to run it anyway, and they'll get the bye. I think Matthew Cross got caught in 2 minds whether to throw it the stumps or whether to get it back to Sharif. A great call from Sandeep Lamachani. Brilliant presence of mind from him, and he's got the chance to be the winning hero now.
Well, he had the glove on. He was in 2 minds. Lamachani had set off so quickly. Oh boy.
Very good game awareness. Very, very impressive. It's going to come down to the barest of margins yet again. Whatever happens here. 323 for 6 Scotland made in the first innings, thanks to that late assault, making 120 off the final 10 overs. It's 4 to win. They've got 2 balls to do it. They could do it with 2 twos. I don't think they'll run a single. Don't think they'll leave it up to Rajbanshi. It's going to be on Lamachani's shoulders either way. Where does Sharif go? Does he bang it into the surface or does he go full?
Oh, well, that's the discussion they're having right now. Richie Berrington and Safyaan Sharif.
There's an agonising calm just across the ground now.
It's not calm, it's anxiety, Lenny. What are you talking about?
The crowd have been becalmed because of the nerves and the anxiety. Still no one on the single. Those in the deep though are 5-10 yards off the rope at long on. And deep mid-wicket, Lamachani 4 to win, 2 balls to do it. Bowled into the slot. Can they hustle to get the second? They're going to think about it. I don't think it's going to be possible. And remarkably, with Sharif nailing the Yorker, it's going to be up to number 11, Lalit Rajbanshi, to try and scramble to get us to the super over. Or can he find an outside edge and find a boundary to win it?
Brilliant from Sharif, and it was the fielding, his own fielding off that delivery that prevented the extra run as well. Has the brilliantly executed Yorker. Again, the discussions are on, the wheels are turning in the brains as they try and work out where they put their fielders to try and eliminate the extra run.
I think the umpire there, Gazzy, was just confirming that we will be off to the super over with a 2. I think that's what he's confirming. to the Scottish team. So one doesn't matter. If it's a single of any kind, it will be Scotland that win it and pull it out of the fire in the most dramatic of circumstances. 2 were off to the super over, 3 or more, surely they're not going to run 3, but any boundary will win it for Nepal. Leonard Rajbanshi is not known for his batting. He's a fine left arm spinner. He's probably never really been in a position like this before in his 26-year-old life. His highest score in his career is just 11 across 62 internationals. But if he hits a boundary here, he'll be known as the best batter ever to come out of Nepal. It's going to be 2 for the super over. 4 or 6 will win it. The ball feels like it's going to take an eternity to bowl. Very wisely, the man at deep third is going back, but that means somebody else has to come up, and that is going to be mid-on. I think he's probably going to look to go full. Can Rajbanshi manufacture a boundary? Whatever they've got to do, they've got to keep running Nepal. If they can run 2, we'll have the super over.
Well, the Yorker has worked well for him so far. What an amount of pressure to come onto one of Scotland's most experienced heads in this side. Safyaan Sharif comes down to him.
Here we go. It all comes down to this. 2 for the super over, 3 or more to win. Bowls him! Bowls him! Bowls him! Bowls him! And Scotland win! Not Nepal this time. A heroic effort from everyone, but Safyaan Sharif's experience and class has got Scotland over the line. Crestfallen Rajbanshi and a devastatingly disappointed Sandeep Lamachane too. Nepal have pushed Scotland right to the brink, but it wasn't to be today. We've witnessed another epic. Somehow Scotland have won by 2 runs.
Unbelievable. What have we witnessed today? In the end, Safyaan Sharif takes 2 wickets in the final over. I thought Nepal were home and hosed, but just at the end, the catching from the debutant in Mackenzie Jones, the bowling at the end from Safyaan Sharif, the calm head of Richie Berrington. They are able to defend what had seemed impossible. Look at them. They're out on their feet. It has been an incredible game.
Here's the winning moment. He got it full, he got it straight, and perfect. It's the top of middle. And Safyaan Sharif, often the unsung hero, he picks up 2 wickets. Look at the joy and the delight. Quite brilliant, the fight back. Remember, he was expensive earlier in his spell, and he was the one chosen with the extra experience. Scotland still looking shocked, shell shocked. They can't believe they've won it. Another one of the great all-time ODIs belongs to here in ICC Men's Cricket World Cup League 2. Ultimately Associate Cricket the winner. Yet again, Scotland the worthy victors by 2 runs.
And with that final wicket, Safyaan Sharif, I should say, I can barely keep it together. My voice is going. Calm down. Safyaan Sharif has become the equal highest wicket taker for Scotland, along with Majid Haq. So what an incredible moment that is for him. And I think he's going to hold that record on his own at some point very soon. But brilliant from him at the end. Talk about keeping cool under pressure.
Yeah, incredible. Really quite remarkable. The Cardiac kids living up to their names yet again. I think Stuart Law might be having a word with him at the end, saying actually we should have won that game. For much of the last 4 or 5 overs they were probably favourites, but Nepal have pulled it out of the fire. 50s from Kami and Airee and indeed Bim Sharkey, not enough. The difference between the teams yet again, the high scores and the way in which Scotland cashed in at the death, the margin, it couldn't have been any closer. All 3 results were possible if you include the super over going into the final over, particularly in the final delivery. But somehow for once Karan KC came up just short after his great mates heroic. Sompal Kami, a career best for him, but not quite enough.